This is a turbo scavenge pump. I hate these things. I believe that they are the spawn of Satan sent down to earth to destroy all turbo builds that they happen to make their way on. But it is the only thing that will help me resolve my oil burning issues from my turbo because of my oil drain. So unfortunately, without further ado, let's get to installing one of these things. Shit. So I'm not saying this to badmouth any of the companies that I'm really going to be using for the scavenge pump setup. I just don't like scavenge pump setups at all. This is not a reflection of their product or their performance or any of that stuff. But with that being said, this is a RB Racing RSR turbo scavenge pump. It is the standard version. They have, I think, 4 different sizes, depending on what sort of turbo setup you're running. But hopefully this should work for my turbo setup. It's only a single turbo, so it should be more than sufficient to do the job. It does come with some wiring and this weatherproof plug. I also bought some stainless steel hardware for them for installation. Not really necessary, but I figured might as well just buy it from them since I'm already there. A 3/8 inch bspp fitting to dash 10AN, I think that's what it is. And some other fittings that I'm probably not going to use, as well as what looks to be like some bushings, I guess, to help with some vibration dampening, isolation, that kind of stuff, yada yada yada. Alright, I got an assortment of dash 10AN fittings. I don't know what I'm going to be using, but I just got a little box of them and whatever's left over from my oil drain tank setup thingamajig that I did in my last video. I got some 15 amp inline fuses, some relays, a 3/8 inch MPT to 10AN fitting, some more 10AN fittings, I don't know what I'm going to be using yet, and obviously some dash 10AN stainless braided line. Now I will be utilizing the setup that I created in the previous video for a turbo drain tank sump setup, whatever you want to call it. That's going to feed through a dash 10AN line to the scavenge pump, which I'm going to mount in some location that I don't know of yet. And then another 10AN line is going to go directly from there to the bung that I have on the oil pan. I plan to use a relay that draws power from the battery and then triggers off of the stock fuel pump wiring. Pretty much the same way I have my fuel pump wired, except the power for that is going to go towards the scavenge pump. That way, theoretically, whenever the engine is running, the scavenge pump should be running, and it'll also kind of prime a little bit right before startup. So let's get to it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my pump somewhere in this area because I have a lot of space there. It's not very cluttered, so probably have it something like that, maybe even like that, so I could just run 290s. Probably going to use these 2 holes that are for the factory under tray, but I'll give it a second thought just in case. So this is the finished bracket with my pump installed. As you can see, I have it kind of just welded on the back side and the pump bolted up. I also bought an extra dash 10 AN fitting to 3/8 inch OSBP, which I got from RB Racing as well. So now that the bracket's finished, all we have to do is put the scavenge pump in, get some lines made, get it wired up, and we should be good to go. I'm also going to be using some lock nuts to mount the bracket to my skid plate, so hopefully this secures it and it doesn't come off. Alright, so the scavenge pump is in and wired up. I snuck the wire harness through a grommet in the transmission tunnel right next to the shifter. I used that same one for when I did my gauges. Snuck that up to my fuse box area and then used a fuse tap or added circuit, whatever you want to call it, to some switch power source. Probably not going to keep it like this. I need to add a relay so that it works in line with my fuel pump, but I just want to see if it works. So I'll live with it for now. I just got to know that if I need to use the radio or anything, my scavenge pump's going to be running, but that's never going to happen. So let's see if it works. So there's still turbo smoke. I don't really think it's a scavenge pump, and I don't really know what else I can do from here other than to buy a higher flowing scavenge pump. I don't know, but maybe it's the turbo because it's not a genuine turbo. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just send it like this, or should I keep going at it? I don't know what else to try. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, but I think that's it for me today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.